Good evening and welcome to the KDF Friday Bulletin. I am Senior Private Jeff Mwangi, bringing you a comprehensive roundup of this week's key activities, developments and updates within the Ministry of Defense and the Kenya Defense Forces. In our top stories tonight, U.S. Marine Corps General Michael Langley pays a visit to the Defense Headquarters, commemorating the sacrifices of soldiers who served in the East African Campaign. The Cabinet Secretary for Defense spearheads tree planting exercise at Sururu Forest in Nakuru County. And in sports, Kenya garners more medals in the All-African Games in Abuja, Nigeria. In our first story tonight, Honorable Soipan Tuya, the Cabinet Secretary for Defense, alongside General Charles Kahariri, Chief of the Defense Forces, hosted U.S. Marine Corps General Michael Langley, Commander of U.S. Africa Command, at the Defense Headquarters here in Nairobi. This visit was built upon discussions from General Langley's previous visit in September, further strengthening the deep partnership and cooperation between the United States and Kenya. Additionally, U.S. AFRICOM Senior Enlisted Leader Sergeant Major Woods met with Kenya Defense Forces Defense Sergeant Major Warrant Officer Class 1 Bwana Haji to discuss improving collaboration between service personnel in both forces.
During his meeting with the Ministry of Defense and Kenya Defense Forces leadership, key areas of discussion included counter-terrorism efforts, regional security challenges, and Kenya's role in promoting regional and global stability. Honorable Tuya commended the United States for supporting regional security initiatives, reaffirming Kenya's commitment to enhancing its partnership with the United States. General Langley, on his part, praised Kenya's regional leadership and contributions to global peace and stability, also emphasizing United States Africa Command's commitment to achieving security goals through joint exercises and capacity-building programs.
In the journey to the cockpit, Major General Fatma Ahmed, Commander Kenya Air Force, presided over the graduation ceremony for the Abinito Pilot Training Course at the Aviation Center of Excellence. The event marked a significant milestone for the Kenya Air Force pilots, with the historic achievement of Kenya Navy officers having earned pilot brevets in the Kenya Air Force flying training history, highlighting an evolving inter-service collaboration.
The rigorous training program prepares pilots for operational roles, ensuring they meet national and regional security needs. During the ceremony, Major General Ahmed presented pilot brevets and awarded certificates of merit to outstanding graduates. She emphasized the importance of integrity, professionalism, and continuous learning in aviation.
In other news, the National Defense College course, consisting of senior military officers from 15 countries, civilian representatives from the Kenyan government ministries, state departments, and members of other security agencies, visited several key military headquarters in Kenya. Their visit included Defense Headquarters, Headquarters Kenya Army, and Headquarters Kenya Air Force.
Independence. That's why.
At the Defense Headquarters, the delegation was welcomed by Lieutenant General John Omenda, the Vice Chief of Defense Forces, and Major General Frederick Leuria, the Assistant Chief of Defense Forces in charge of operations, doctrine, and training. The course participants received briefing on the structure, roles, and contributions of the Ministry of Defense and the Kenya Defense Forces to national, regional, and global security.
We are always very happy to host you because you are a critical part of our business. You are one of the production lines of officers who man the defense forces of our various countries.
During their visit to the Headquarters Kenya Army, the participants were hosted by Lieutenant General David Tarus, Commander Kenya Army.
Your presence provides us an opportunity to share with you insights on the roles and functions of the Army.
At the Kenya Air Force, Major General Fatuma Ahmed, the Commander Kenya Air Force, received the group and highlighted the Kenya Air Force roles in national defense and strategic importance of air power in meeting modern security challenges. Lieutenant General Juma Munyikai, the college commandant, expressed gratitude to the headquarters for their support in hosting the study visits and sharing valuable insights into their operations. The training at the National Defense College equips participants with critical skills for high-level responsibilities, making them valuable resources in tackling dynamic and complex security threats.
In a remarkable show of achievement, the 7th Battalion of the Kenya Rifles, popularly known as the Maroon Commandos, marked their regimental day with a vibrant celebration at Langata Garrison here in Nairobi County. The event, themed Honoring Our Legacy, commemorated 56 years of service since the unit's establishment in 1968. The ceremony, which was presided over by Lieutenant General David Tarus, Commander Kenya Army, commenced with an inspection of a quarter guard, thereafter laying of wreaths at the unit's monument in remembrance of fallen soldiers who made the ultimate sacrifice in defending our nation.
A highlight of the day was the unveiling of Lieutenant General Lenges Drive, named in honor of Lieutenant General retired James Lenges, the unit's first commanding officer. Lieutenant General Lenges played a pivotal role in relocating the unit from Gilgil to Langata on January 10, 1973, and served the Kenya Army with distinction, culminating in his tenure as Commander Kenya Army from 1986 to 1993. In his address, Lieutenant General Tarus commended 7 Kenya Rifles for their steadfast commitment to defending Kenya against land-based threats and for their vital role in the tactical operations of the Kenya Army. He also recognized the unwavering support of their families, emphasizing their role as integral to the success of the unit.
This day serves as an inspiration and is a vital thread in the fabric of regimental life.
Moving to the Rift Valley region, Honorable Soipan Tuya, the Cabinet Secretary for Defense, led staff from the Ministry of Defense alongside the local community in a tree planting exercise at Sururu Forest in Nakuru County. In line with the ministry's target of planting 500 million trees, the Ministry of Defense has designated the 4th Wednesday of every month as a tree planting day. Similar exercises were conducted simultaneously across various military units in the country to contribute towards this goal.
During the event, 45,000 indigenous tree seedlings were planted, adding to the 300,000 previously planted in the same forest. Speaking at the event, CS Tuya expressed her delight in spearheading the tree planting initiative, emphasizing the devastating impact of climate change and the importance of collective action. She urged ministry civilian staff, Kenya Defence Forces personnel, and the local community to treat tree planting as a vital responsibility, not just planting but also nurturing the seedlings to maturity. Local leaders assured the CS of their commitment to protecting the forest and pledged to prevent any illegal activities that could harm the planted seedlings.
Kenya Defence Forces Medical Insurance Scheme, commonly known as DEFMIS, is a pioneer post-retirement medical insurance scheme for retired Kenya Defence Forces personnel and their families. DEFMIS was constituted in 1998 to mitigate challenges faced by retirees who are vulnerable to costly chronic diseases, often leading to poverty and poor quality life in retirement. The aim of the scheme is to pool resources for the provision of affordable, accessible, and quality health care to retired KDF personnel and their families. The scheme offers a lifetime medical cover to retired Kenya Defence Forces personnel and their spouses. The cover is also extended to up to 4 children up until the age of 21 years. Members' benefits include an inpatient cover of 2 million Kenya shillings, outpatient cover of 400,000 Kenya shillings, inclusive of 30,000 Kenya shillings dental cover and an optical cover of 20,000 Kenya shillings per family renewable annually. The scheme has contracted over 300 hospitals across the country. These include public hospitals, faith-based hospitals, private hospitals, and the Ulinzi Prime Health Services hospitals. DEFMIS envisions to be a viable medical insurance scheme of choice for retired members of the Kenya Defence Forces and their families. For more details, contact 0798 999 444 or send an email to info@defmis.org, or you could visit our offices at Nyayo House, 19th floor.
In the honor of our heroes, Kenya Defence Forces, led by Brigadier Sankale Kiswa, the Deputy Commander Kenya Navy, recently took part in the 8th Annual East African Campaign Remembrance Week held in Taita Taveta County. This solemn event commemorates the sacrifice of the soldiers who served in the East African Campaign during the First World War from the year 1914 to 1918, preserving their memories for future generations. The remembrance ceremony, attended by the Indian High Commissioner to Kenya, Her Excellency Namgaya Kampa, included wreath-laying at the Voi, Maktau, and Taveta war cemeteries. Honorable Soipan Tuya, the Cabinet Secretary for Defense, officially opened the 5th edition of the Space for Women expert meeting, the first ever to be held in Africa, whose aim is to inspire and empower women and girls to take their place in the ever-growing space economy. The meeting, organized by the United Nations Office of Outer Space Affairs and co-hosted by the Kenya Space Agency, was held at the United Nations Office in Nairobi.
The 3-day forum gears to promote gender inclusivity in space exploration and encourage women and girls to actively participate in the field of space science, technology, innovation and exploration. In her opening remarks, Cabinet Secretary Tuya expressed gratitude to the United Nations Office of Outer Space Affairs for selecting Kenya as the host and highlighted the meeting's potential to inspire women, especially from the Global South, to pursue careers in the space sector. She also commended the Kenya Space Agency for advancing the country's space agenda, citing its achievements in leveraging space technology across sectors and successfully launching 2 satellites. Ms. Ati Holamaini, the director at the United Nations Office of Outer Space Affairs, encouraged women to share their stories to inspire others and stressed the importance of collaboration between women and men in advancing science and technology.
In display of unwavering commitment, the Kenya Navy hosted a free medical camp at Kinango Sub-County Hospital in Kwale County. The initiative was part of the preparation for the Kenya Navy 60th anniversary celebration, scheduled for 14th December 2024. The event, presided over by Brigadier Dr. Justino Mwinde, the Chief of Naval Medical Services, provided vital healthcare services to over 700 residents. The services included medical screening, consultation, diagnostic support, and blood donation drives.
I've come with a group of consultants, obstetricians, physicians, surgeons, orthopedic surgeons, ENT surgeons, and support staff who want to give these services back to the community we serve. This is a journey we started from the northern side of the coast, Kizingitini, last week, and we are ending it here today in Kinango at the southern side of the coast.
In the vast expanse of the airfield, Major General Fatma Ahmed, the Commander Kenya Air Force, visited the National Air Support Department, which is administered by the Kenya Defence Forces. The department was established to support civil authorities and stakeholders in ensuring the cost-effective, efficient, and optimal utilization of government air assets.
The Commander Kenya Air Force was received by Colonel George Sakora, the Deputy Director of the National Air Support Department, who briefed her on the department's mandate and future plans. Addressing security concerns, Major General Ahmed urged personnel to remain vigilant, especially during the festive season, and to continue upholding the reputation of the Kenya Air Force.
In the spirit of Thanksgiving, Kenya Defence Forces Ulinzi Taekwondo team, under the leadership of Lieutenant Colonel Abubakar, representing the base commander of Moi Air Base, visited Mama Fatuma Goodwill's Children's Home in Isili as part of the annual Thanksgiving initiative. The team brought smiles and joy to the children by donating essential items including foodstuffs, toiletries and sanitary towels. Their warm presence and act of kindness uplifted the spirit of the children and staff alike. Mr. Haribai Mohammed, the children's home manager, expressed heartfelt gratitude for the team's continuous support. And in sports, Kenya continues to excel at the ongoing second African Military Games in Abuja, Nigeria, emerging as a standout force in athletics, shooting and boxing. Take a look.
In the shooting competition, the Kenya's women's team excelled at the Shitu Alao Barracks Range in Kefi, securing 3 silver medals in the 100-meter rifle events. Sergeant Agatha Mushiri and gold in the 200-meter rifle standing competition. On the track, Ghana Meshak Babu clinched Kenya's first gold in the 100-meter sprint with a time of 10.57 seconds. In the women's 100 meters, Senior Private Lois Morara took bronze with a time of 12 seconds. Senior Private Cynthia Chepngeno, the Africa Cross Country 2024 champion in Tunisia, doubled her medal tally to 2 after she finished second in the 1500 meter, winning a silver medal in this second edition of AMGA 2024. Similarly, World Cross Country gold medalist in Belgrade, Serbia, Corporal Daniel Munguti, won a gold medal in 1500 meters, clocking 3.3912 minutes. In field events, Sergeant Caroline Cherotich dominated the discus, throwing 44 meters to claim gold. Sergeant Edwin Okongo of Kenya's boxing team defeated Nigeria's Oladokun Oluwasuen in the semi-finals to advance to the finals against Libya's Dawilu Asom. Lance Corporal Sarah Atieno determinately made a 14.63 meters throw, earning herself gold medal in women's shot put event, making history for the team. Senior Private Wiseman Were exhibited his prowess in hurdles when he powered through barriers to claim another gold for Team Kenya.
I'm happy for the last 22 years. I've managed to come with the gold for Kenya in 110 meters hurdles, and it's a happy feeling.
In golf, the KDF gold team concluded the second day of the competition with a bang by collecting a bronze medal in the overall performance. In volleyball, the Kenyan team pulled off a remarkable comeback, defeating Ghana 5-2 after initially losing the first 2 sets, showcasing the determination and skill. The judo team portrayed a spectacular display of skills, determination and resilience as Corporal Marion Toroitich won gold in 57 kgs category.
My focus now is intensive training for focusing on Commonwealth Games that's coming ahead.
And Corporal Brian Kipto settled for bronze in 81 kgs category. Currently, the Kenya medal tallies to 16 golds, 11 silver and 5 bronze medals.
That's all for tonight. Thank you for watching. We look forward to your feedback and interactions via our official social media handles and your viewership next Friday for the Kdf Friday Bulletin. Let's join hands with the rest of the world in marking World AIDS Day on the 1st of December 2024. I am Senior Private Jeff Mwangi. Goodbye.